Afternoon to Dr. Kapal and my fellow physio doctors. Today, our group will be presenting a case study on Linus Romero, how Linus Romero transformed from existing business strategy to digitalization. Next slide will be on the background of the company.
I'd just like to add on something. Diana, she was not able to join because she's stuck somewhere with no internet connection for a few days. Yeah, so thank you.
Linus Romero was established in 1930, headquartered in Lanzarote, Canary Islands, Spain. The primary service of Linus Romero, they are the first ferry company connecting La Graciosa and Lanzarote. Now they even expanded to include Fuerteventura. What they offer is regular ferry services, guided tour, and water-based activity. In the case study, you can see that Linus Romero is actually looking into innovation and growth, where they are continuously modernizing fleet and services to enhance customer experience. While doing that, Linus Romero actually remain 100% locally owned, and they contribute significantly to the regional tourism and economy. So on the digital transformation side, they are committed to digital initiative to improve the customer service and to increase sales and to reduce costs.
Thank you, SC. So you can see on this particular matrix, you can see the IFE, internal factor, environment, strength, and also weaknesses, and also EFE, which covers opportunity and threat. So I will walk over to the strength. We have identified five strengths, which is the most important strength. I think the established reputation of Linus Romero as a long-standing and recognized brand in the Canary Islands. And next one is the local ownership. This company is locally owned, fostering community trust and loyalty and within the community over there. And also they provide a variety of services, offer diverse services, including ferry lines, excursions, and also water activities. Number four, their customer-centric approaches continuously seek to innovate and also to surprise customers with a lot of their offers. And number five is the historical significance, a long history since 1930. They were celebrating 100 years of services in 2030. It's just 6 years away from today. So about their weaknesses, the internal weaknesses, they have some sort like a limited digital presence. The company current digital footprint is not optimized for modern consumer behavior. They are still relying on their traditional marketing. That's why in this case study, they highlighted they want to journey to a more digital approach. And number two, dependence on traditional marketing. Number three, technological lag. Number four, operational costs. It was highlighted in the case study that the high distribution and operational costs impact profitability. And number five is their limited scalability. They cannot move away from these traditional ferry services and other water-based activities. But there are some opportunities that we can see is the growing online customer base, which they can reach more customers by using the internet and the IR 4.0. And number two, digital transformation potential, so leveraging digital tools to enhance customer engagement and also sales. Number three is the tourism growth. And we can see after COVID-19 pandemic, we can see that people are more likely to spend their time in tourism. And also this create another opportunity, which is ecotourism. So people wanted to have more to spend their time, holidays, more nature-based holidays or something like that. And this is where there's opportunity for Linus Romero. And number five, the technological advancement, new technological available to improve operational efficiency and customer services. And threat. There are five threats that we identify. Number one is intense competition. There's a high competition from other ferry services and travel companies that offer packages, more comprehensive packages and whatnot. And number two, there's a certain economic uncertainty. Economic fluctuations in other regions, in other countries might impact travel and tourism spending. Number three is the regulatory changes. These potential changes in maritime and travel regulations. We can see after COVID, people changing their travel restrictions and whatnot. Number four is the environmental concerns. Their ferry services might impact on environments, and this will cause some awareness regarding environmental concerns. And number five, of course, the cybersecurity risks, which is when you transport or you migrate your business to digital, you will face some sort of like a cybersecurity risk. Okay, can we move to the next slide? This is where we put in our FE, EFE weight and rating to see what are the total weighted score. I just want to highlight on this matrix is that we has put a significant weight for established reputation, because I believe that is their biggest strength. They're the strongest strength. This is where the strength lies with more than almost 100 years of operation. This is where they can leverage their strength the most. And for external factor, I think the most important that we can all agree is the digital transformation potential, which we put it at 0.2. Is the highest weightage for all. And I believe this will impact if Linus Romero took this digital transformation efforts, they will transform and they will seize most of the opportunity there. And as you can see, for limited scalability, I put the weakness a little bit lower. We put a little bit lower rank on limited scalability on the weakness, and also for threat, cybersecurity risk. There is some risk, but we put it as a low rating because I believe there's a lot of mitigation, a lot of software, a lot of solutions that can address this problem or concerns. Okay, next, and I will conclude this with next slide. So in end, we found out that the IFE score is 3.05, whereby Linus Romero has more strength than its weaknesses. So it just need to leverage on the opportunities in EFE scores for them to grow better and all that. So a score of 3.35, suggesting that if Linus Romero can effectively take advantage of external opportunities while managing their external threats, I believe they can grow to be better, to be stronger, and beyond whatever they are doing right now, because with the coming external market conditions and good potential for growth, this is very good for them. Over to you, Diban.
Thank you, Raziz. Yeah. So to address the question, so they asked, the question is asking for 10 digital business strategies to increase their customer traffic, sales, and customer service. So I'm going to walk you through what are the 10 findings that we came up with. We came up with email marketing campaigns, which is a bit different because that's more email, and then you have the digital marketing where you can have more social media kind of contents, mobile friendly, so applications like mobile apps, right? E-commerce applications, so where people can buy online, e-wallets and e-payments, so payment systems which you can kind of put it in the app. And then if you look at this side, the CRM system is something that we strongly recommend to include live chatbots, to build a system based on a blockchain solution, and also to use partnering and influencing of different influencers, and all together. And finally, the last but not the least, to use AI to kind of integrate this whole thing. So these are the 10 different strategies we found. So I'm just going to give you one example on how we can really do this digital integration, I would say. So when they implement a good CRM system which is built on a blockchain solution, so there that you are already increasing your cybersecurity and you are actually starting to collect customer data. Then once you do this, you can integrate your live bot definitely and use AI. Then you can do targeted email marketing and also do your targeted marketing in social media and all kind of contents for your customers. So that's a little bit of an example on how they can really make this work. So I'd like to continue to the next slide.
Before we actually attempt on question number 2, Diban, from all the 10 proposals that you actually put up, right, I can see that a lot of it, like live chat and chatbots, AI integration, e-wallet payment. Do you have any intention that all these are incorporated into a mobile friendly in the development of the mobile app?
Definitely. I think that's the two different systems. So I gave you one example on how the CRM can do all the marketing side and you collect all the data. When it comes to user friendliness, I think the mobile app today. So imagine, because if you see when we talked about the IFE and IFE, right? One of the strengths that Raziz was, or the potential that he was also talking, is actually the tourism business, which can really grow. So I think when they're building this app, they need to build an app which is, a tourist-friendly app. So imagine it's a hassle-free vacation. You can imagine just with your phone, you have all your payment systems. You have you can book. You can have, the maps. You can have notifications. You can have, almost everything. Live tracking of your ferries, for example. So I definitely see that's really a strength where they should build on.
Yeah, even they can put in the weather apps, right, inside the travel apps. Linus Romero, we can check the weather, whether it's good for ferry to travel or not. Am I right?
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, that's right.
And then you can, so many things. You can embed, hotel booking, and then you can extend if you want to put, affiliate with flights and stuff like that also, in the future.
I think it's something similar with what AirAsia is doing right now. Am I right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thanks, Diban. Thanks, Raziz. I'll move on to the next question. This question actually requires us to identify 5 key challenges and recommendation alongside the challenges. So like Linus Romero, like many companies in the maritime and tourism sectors, they face several challenges in digital transformation journey. So here are the 5 that we actually picked. First one is the integration of new technology. It is never simple. The challenge is integrating new digital technologies into existing operation can be very complex, especially in an industry that traditionally that they rely on physical assets and operation, over-the-counter brick and mortar. But so on our recommendation, Romero should prioritize scalable and modular technology solution that can be integrated gradually instead of one time off, gradually the implementation is to be done gradually. Starting with pilot projects in less critical areas can help the company to understand the impact and manage the risks associated with the new technology. The second one, human management, talent acquisition and skill development. There is a significant demand for digital skills that are not traditionally part of the ferry or maritime industry. That's number one. This includes all the analytics, digital marketing, and cybersecurity expertise. Romero do not keep a set of talents. The recommendation, Romero should invest in training programs and upskills existing employees, and also consider partnership with educational institutions to ensure a steady pipeline of talent. Additionally, hiring external experts and consultants during the initial phase of the digital transformation can bridge the immediate skills gap. Third one, cybersecurity concern. The challenge is as operations become more digitalized, the risk of cyber threat increases. The maritime industry is particularly vulnerable due to the critical infra and the increasing use of IoT devices, big data. So our recommendation is implementing a robust cybersecurity measure. This includes regular audit, whether it's internal or external. External auditors, whether internal or external, regular audit has to be conducted, employees training on security best practices, and adoption of advanced security technologies. Collaboration with cybersecurity firm can also help to add another layer of protection. The fourth one, customer data management. This is a very sensitive part where customer data is a private information of the customer. The challenge is collecting, storing, and managing customer data responsibly is a challenge, especially with varying regulation such as GDPR in Europe. Romero should invest on our recommendation to secure CRM system that comply with international data protection regulation. It's also important to transparently communicate with customers about how this data will be used and to provide them with control over their data. For instance, if Romero were to use customers' data for a third party outside of Romero, Romero has to inform the customer and to get approval before they actually use their information, right? Then on the last one, change, cultural resistance to change. What is the challenge? Digital transformation is not just about technology. It involves changing the company culture and mindset, which can make resistance from employees used to traditional ways of working. Romero has been in the market since 1930s. It's over 70, 80 years of history. So the mindset and the culture is carved on the stone. To address this,
Yes, I have a question here. I see that you have addressed about regulation under the customer data management, but don't you see a regulation being part of a bigger pillar, of key challenges for the company?
Okay, right. On the other side of regulation, that means all the compliance that Romero has to comply with is already in the system itself. So now, while they transform themselves into digitalization, the prerequisite requirement is already there. So that's why this is one of the reasons why we do not actually bring up as one of the challenges.
All right, clear. Thanks, Essie. I think, Raziz, could you conclude and then we can stop the recording, I think, after that, yeah?
Sure. So final conclusion, of course, Linus Romero stands at a point whereby they need to embrace the digital transformation, which can significantly enhance its market position and operational efficiency by analyzing the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats, and also when we find the 10 items for improvements in digital transformation and the 5 key challenges, we found out that actually Linus Romero has a very strong internal foundation that they can build upon or to capture all the subsequent businesses afterwards. Secondly, there will be a need for digital advancement. This, we cannot deny this. When everything we talked just now is about digital advancement, what we must do to enhance the transformation and all that. And also they need to capitalize on the external opportunities, mitigating the risk, and of course, by combining all of this, they need to embark on the strategic digital business strategies. They need to take a look on the business model, they need to look at their strategy, how to embark on this new journey and all that. So in conclusion, I think Linus Romero is well positioned to embark on a successful digital transformation journey by leveraging on strength, addressing the weaknesses, capitalizing on opportunities, and mitigating the threats. The company enhance its competitive advantages through the digital strategy that we're going to implement. I think that will be all from me.
Thank you, Raziz.
Thank you.
I believe we can conclude our session today.
Yeah. Thank you.